Metsubo Jinrai.net. It is a cyber terrorist organization that serves as the primary antagonist of Kamen Rider Zero One. Led by Horobi and Jin, their goal is the extinction of all humankind. In this video, I'm going to talk about Metsubo Jinrai.net in more detail and probably some secrets hiding underneath. So I might mention some major spoilers, so make sure that you've caught up with the latest episodes before continuing on with this video. Otherwise, enjoy. In Kamen Rider Zero One, we are presented with the idea of singularity. It is a point in which AI surpasses that of human intelligence, and human intelligence would be seen as inferior and something to be eliminated. This is the goal of Metsubo Jinrai.net in general. Using the singularity concept, they want all Humagears to rebel against humans and ultimately destroy them. Using the Zetsume Riser, a specialized belt that looks like it's probably ripped out of Kamen Rider Ryuki, and the Zetsume Rise keys, which work similarly to Kamen Rider Zero One's Progrise keys, and when inserted into Zetsume Risers, also look like that they are also ripped out of Kamen Rider Ryuki. Metsubo Jinrai.net uses these devices in order to hack into Humagears that seem to be close to the point of singularity. They potentially see Humagears as beings that can gain some sort of sentience and independence from human thought. Once machines reach singularity, they would see humans as inferior, as I mentioned earlier. And this is what Metsubo Jinrai.net is trying to do. By hacking into these Humagears close to singularity, they can turn these Humagears into Magia, which they use to attack people and cause destruction. The Magia can also replicate itself by hacking into other Humagears, turning them into the Trilobite Magia. Despite being technically weaker than the Magia, the Trilobite Magia can cause trouble in numbers. And if not stopped, they could cause another Daybreak incident. And speaking of Daybreak incident, that's something I would like to focus on in a different video. But to summarize, the Daybreak incident happened about 10 years prior to the start of Kamen Rider Zero One, in which a huge explosion caused many Humagears to explode and basically destroy much of the city. So, using these devices, like I mentioned earlier, Jin and Horobi look for potential Humagears that can cause another Daybreak incident. But while we see Horobi and Jin taking the lead and basically do everything in their power to control each and every Humagear to do their bidding, I believe there might be someone else pulling the strings from behind. Earlier in Kamen Rider Zero One, there is some sort of machine underwater hiding beneath the depths of Daybreak City where the Daybreak incident took place. This machine seems to be a supercomputer. And if my theory is correct, this supercomputer may be the one who's actually planning the Daybreak incident to happen again. This supercomputer may have reached its singularity, viewing humans as inferior, hacking into other Humagears and causing them to go berserk, which probably caused the original Daybreak incident to happen prior to the start of Kamen Rider Zero One. Now, going on to Jin and Horobi, in episode 5, Horobi reveals something about his relationship with Jin. Horobi says that Jin is his son. Now, at first glance, both Jin and Horobi appear to be young men of the same age. Although I do have a theory as to what kind of actual relationship they have. Now, it is believable that Horobi and Jin are actually father and son. However, I do assume that Horobi is a Humagear who has gained intelligence. Or we can also say that Horobi is a Humagear who is similar to Soreo Hiden, Aruto's father. Looking back at episode 1, Haruto talks to a male Humagear who he calls father, and this is Soreo. We do see that Soreo has a set of headphones that make him look like a Humagear, and after the explosion of the Daybreak incident, it is revealed that he is in fact a Humagear. If you notice Jin's costume, he has a hood that he wears at all times, but in the very first episode, we do see him without the hood. But if you notice something, he does not have the headphones that all the Humagears have. However, Horobi has a bandana around his head that covers his ears. Maybe once he takes them off, you would see a pair of headphones and see that he is also in fact a Humagear. But that's all theory for now. So we can theorize that Jin and Aruto are in fact very similar in the aspect that their fathers are Humagears. Now we can assume that Horobi was also once an actual human who had his likeness and personality copied onto a Humagear. Therefore, he still has some sort of memory when he was still human and recognizes Jin as his son. In fact, Jin knew nothing about his relationship with Horobi. This is why he reveals it in episode 5. So, how is this going to change the story? Again, we can assume that Jin is human. If Metsubo Jinrai.net's goal is to eradicate all humankind, is Horobi going to turn on his own son just to meet his goals? Is he just using Jin to further the goals of Metsubo Jinrai.net? It's interesting, or it will be interesting rather, to find out more about these in future episodes. Who knows, maybe Jin might defect to the side of Aruto and would probably be forced to face off against his own father. What is interesting about this is they do share the Force Riser, their own specialized rider belts that also utilizes Progrise keys in order to transform into Kamen Riders Horobi and Jin respectively. So we can assume that the Force Driver or Force Riser can be used by both humans and Humagears, assuming that Horobi is indeed a Humagear and Jin is actually human. So we would have to find out about that in further episodes. Going back to the supercomputer that I've mentioned earlier, so far we only see it as some sort of a background character that appears in a few frames with a glowing red core. So this supercomputer might be more instrumental in later episodes, so we'll also have to watch out for that. And that, guys, would be it for now. Thank you so much for watching. Please do leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget that notification bell so you get the latest from JE Fusion. If you have any comments on this video, if you have any other theories about metsubojindai.net, please do share it with us in the comments. Thanks so much for watching. This has been Philip, and I'll see you in the next video.